Hi, I'm Mandy Santiago, Executive Director at Tyler Arboretum, and I'm here today with our Director of Horticulture, Mike Karkowski, to share a brief update about one of many important conservation projects happening right here on our 650-acre property. Today's topic is the Pink Hill Serpentine Barren Restoration Project. For those who may not be very familiar, our video today is going to answer a few key questions. What is a serpentine barren? And why is Pink Hill so unique? Why did Tyler choose to undergo this renovation? And what has been done to date? What are some of the items that have been planted here? And why were they selected? What's happening next in terms of future phases for this project?
Welcome to Pink Hill. We are at the very beginning of a large conservation project to bring back the Serpentine Barren, which dominated this 14-acre site. The serpentine flora is predominantly grasses, some forbs, or flowering plants, and a few trees, most of which are stunted. The settlers and farmers knew this soil would be very poor for raising crops and grazing animals. That's why they called it the Barrens. It is the serpentine soil chemistry that created a specific plant community. It has unusually high levels of magnesium, nickel, and chromium, and is very low in calcium. Without natural interference and removal of organic material, such as leaves, over the years, a layer of soil has formed over the serpentine. This layer was fertile and great for the forest to flourish, but not so much for the indigenous serpentine ecosystem. This is where our work begins.
Thanks, Mandy. Mike Karkowski, Director of Horticulture, Tyler Arboretum. We're standing right now in one of the original test plots that we did before we embarked in the larger conservation project behind me. This was an area that we came in and we literally just brought in a backhoe and a dump truck, and we scraped the organic material. And what we're standing in is the ideal situation. We've got some post oak, some blackjack oak, Indian grass, blue stem, some solidago, some asters. But right off to my side, you can see what we're trying to avoid. And this is what happens when land on the East Coast tries to become forested. And this area's got greenbrier and some ailanthus and some apples and some other stuff that's growing and succeeding because the organic material is building back up on top of the Serpentine Barren, and it's adding an additional layer and buffer between that highly acidic rock and creating organic material to support this life. What we want is this area here, and this supports the life that is more traditional with this Serpentine Barren. Good grass species, lots of diversity. We do have some oaks coming back in. That's fine. That's okay. And the area behind you is what we're starting to transform with a large clearing project, organic removal process. Mandy, this is the second spot that we did a test plot in organic soil removal. As Julia pans around, we can actually see a hard line. There's a physical step up that you can see, as well as a very hard change in plant material. The same thing happened here. Backhoe, dump truck, scraped it off, and it seeded itself back in. Now this is surrounded, a relatively small area, but surrounded by existing barrens. So it had the benefit of seeding itself in, as well as the seed stock that lay dormant underneath the organic material. You can see the yellows of the goldenrod solidago coming into bloom. Over here we have the same problem as we do closer to the parking lot in the core. It's an aggressive perennial, and so it can quickly take over a space. Fire helps to keep it in check, but you want to keep a nice balance, like with any garden or eco space. You want to keep a nice blend. So the Indian grass, the big and little blue stem, are very similar to what's growing over in the meadow maize and the pinetum. The difference is because of the high levels of magnesium and other nutrients and the acidity of the soil, they're stunted. So the Indian grass that would be my size, or the big blue stem that would be as tall as me, is more in that 3-foot range before it goes to seed. We were working hard, and we still continue to come over here in the fall to collect seed, to redistribute into other areas. We did partner with Natural Lands Trust last year and do a harvest in one of their Chester County Serpentine Barrens because we didn't have the material to populate and seed in last fall in the area that we opened up.
Thank you, Mike. That was super informative. For those out there who would like to help, there are a number of ways that you can do so. First and foremost, you can become a member of Tyler. Your membership dollars are used to care and maintain the 650 acres here at our property. You can also become a volunteer. And last but not least, you can certainly make a donation through our annual giving appeal or on your own to support the Pink Hill Project. For more information, please visit the website below and contact us if you have any other questions. Thanks for watching.